In the heart of the African savanna, where the sun blazes down and the air shimmers with heat, a cheetah prowls, its sleek body a marvel of nature's design. But beneath this facade of grace lies a grotesque reality. A horrific barnacle wound festers on its flank, a sight that would make even the most hardened observer recoil in horror. Imagine, if you will, a creature built for speed and elegance, now marred by an infestation that seems more suited to the ocean's depths than the arid plains. This is not just a story of survival. It is a chilling testament to the relentless forces of nature and the often unseen consequences of life in the wild. Barnacles, those small hard-shelled crustaceans, are typically found clinging to rocks and ships, but in a bizarre twist of fate, they have found a new host in this unfortunate cheetah. The infestation begins innocently enough, as a few barnacle larvae latch onto the cheetah's skin, perhaps drawn by the warmth or the moisture of a recent rain. But what starts as a minor annoyance quickly escalates into a grotesque spectacle. The barnacles, with their sharp calcified shells, burrow deeper, embedding themselves into the flesh, creating a grotesque landscape of white and gray against the tawny fur. Each barnacle grows, feeding off the cheetah's nutrients, draining its vitality, and leaving behind a festering wound that oozes with infection. As the infestation spreads, the cheetah's once proud stride becomes a painful shuffle. Barnacles, now a colony, create a dark ecosystem of their own, attracting flies and other scavengers, turning the cheetah into a living buffet. The sight is both fascinating and repulsive, a stark reminder of nature's brutality. The cheetah, once the embodiment of speed and agility, is now a tragic figure, a victim of an insidious invasion that speaks to the darker side of life in the wild. This tale of the cheetah and its barnacle wound serves as a grim metaphor for the relationship between humans, animals, and nature. Just as the barnacles exploit the cheetah, so too do humans often exploit the natural world, leaving scars that may never heal. We encroach upon habitats, pollute environments, and disrupt ecosystems, all while marveling at the beauty of the creatures we endanger. In our quest for progress, we sometimes forget that we are part of this intricate web of life, and our actions can have devastating consequences. So, as we watch this cheetah struggle against its barnacle burden, let us reflect on our own role in the grand tapestry of existence. Perhaps we should take a lesson from this unfortunate feline sometimes. The most beautiful creatures can bear the heaviest burdens. And who knows, maybe the next time you see a barnacle, you'll think twice before you step on it. After all, it might just be. In the vast, untamed wilderness, a solitary bison roams, its massive frame casting a shadow over the sun-drenched grasslands. But this majestic creature carries a dark secret, a horrific wound that tells a tale of nature's brutality. Nestled deep within its thick fur is a gaping hole, a gruesome reminder of a wasp infestation that has taken hold. The sight is shocking, a stark contrast to the serene beauty of the landscape. As the camera zooms in, the viewer is drawn into the unsettling reality of this bison's plight. The wound, raw and festering, is a breeding ground for wasps, their larvae writhing in a grotesque dance of life and death. These wasps, often overlooked in the grand tapestry of the ecosystem, have found a perfect host in the bison. They lay their eggs within the soft tissue, and as the larvae hatch, they feast on the living flesh, creating a grotesque symbiosis that is both fascinating and horrifying. The bison, unaware of the invasion, continues to graze, its body becoming a living nursery for these insatiable predators. The pain must be excruciating, yet the bison's instinct to survive drives it forward, a testament to the resilience of life even in the face of such suffering. As we delve deeper into this dark narrative, we uncover the chilling reality of wasp infestations. These creatures, often dismissed as mere nuisances, play a crucial role in the ecosystem. They are nature's recyclers, breaking down organic matter and controlling pest populations. Yet, in their quest for survival, they can become ruthless, turning a once mighty bison into a mere vessel for their offspring. This unsettling relationship raises questions about the balance of nature. Is it cruel, or is it simply the way of the wild? In the end, as we reflect on this bison's tragic fate, we are reminded of our own place in the natural world. Humans, too, can be parasites, exploiting the Earth's resources without regard for the consequences. The bison's suffering serves as a dark mirror, reflecting our own actions and the impact we have on the delicate web of life. Perhaps, in our quest for progress, we should pause, and consider the cost of our existence. After all, in the grand scheme of things, we are all just players in nature's relentless game, and sometimes the roles we take on can be just as grotesque as that of the wasp. In the heart of the African savanna, a majestic lion roams, but this is no ordinary king of the jungle. As the sun sets, casting an eerie glow over the landscape, our focus shifts to a horrifying sight: a lion with a grotesque barnacle wound. This gruesome affliction, a result of a barnacle infestation, is a stark reminder of nature's brutal realities. The barnacles, small crustaceans that typically cling to rocks and ships, have found an unlikely host in this regal creature. They latch onto the lion's skin, burrowing deep and causing a grotesque spectacle that is both fascinating and repulsive. The lion, once a symbol of strength and power, now bears the weight of this parasitic burden, a living canvas of nature's darker side. As we delve deeper into the phenomenon of barnacle infestation, we uncover the unsettling truth behind these tenacious creatures. Barnacles are opportunistic, thriving in environments where they can latch on to unsuspecting hosts. In this case, the lion's fur provides an ideal surface for these crustaceans to anchor themselves. The barnacles feed on the lion's flesh, creating open wounds that ooze with infection, a sight that would make even the most hardened observer recoil in disgust. The lion, in its struggle for survival, becomes a battleground for these relentless invaders, showcasing the harsh realities of life in the wild. This grotesque scenario serves as a chilling reminder of the interconnectedness of all living beings. The lion, a top predator, is not immune to the whims of nature. It raises questions about the balance of ecosystems and the often overlooked consequences of our actions. As humans encroach upon natural habitats, we disrupt the delicate equilibrium, leading to unforeseen consequences for both wildlife and ourselves. The barnacle infestation on this lion is a metaphor for the invasive forces that can take hold when nature is out of balance. In a darkly humorous twist, one might ponder if barnacles can find a home on a lion. What's next? Perhaps a hippo with a penchant for fashion, sporting a barnacle necklace? While the thought may elicit a chuckle, it underscores a sobering truth: nature is unpredictable, and we must tread carefully in our interactions with it. The lion's plight is a call to action, urging us to reflect on our role in the natural world, and the impact we have on the creatures that share this planet with us. In the heart of the American plains, a colossal creature roams, embodying the raw power and wildness of nature. But this isn't just any bison. This is a bison marked by a gruesome affliction that would make even the strongest stomach churn. Imagine a majestic beast, its thick fur matted and dirty, its massive frame burdened by a grotesque wound, a festering mass of barnacles clinging to its side like grotesque, living jewelry. These barnacles, typically found on the hulls of ships or the shells of turtles, have made a chilling home on the bison's flesh, turning a symbol of strength into a canvas of suffering. The sight is shocking, a stark reminder of the relentless forces of nature and the fragility of life. Barnacle infestation, or cirripedia, occurs when these tiny marine crustaceans find a suitable host, often targeting large mammals like our unfortunate bison. They latch onto the skin, digging in with their hard shells, feeding off the bison's nutrients, and creating an open wound that invites infection and disease. The bison, once a proud king of the plains, now trudges through the grasslands, its movements slow and labored, burdened by a weight that is not just physical but symbolic of a deeper connection between man, animal, and nature. The barnacles thrive in this parasitic relationship, feeding off the bison's strength while simultaneously weakening it, a dark dance of survival that plays out in the shadows of the natural world. As we witness this macabre relationship, we are compelled to reflect on the role of humans in this delicate ecosystem. Our actions, pollution, habitat destruction, and climate change create an environment where such infestations can thrive, where the balance of nature is tipped, and where even the mightiest can fall victim to the smallest. In our quest for progress, we often forget that we are part of this intricate web of life, and our disregard can lead to horrifying consequences for the creatures we share this planet with. So, while we may chuckle at the absurdity of a bison adorned with barnacles, let us remember that this dark comedy is a reflection of our own impact on the world. After all, nature has a way of reminding us that we are not the masters we think we are. We are merely participants in a grand, often grotesque, performance.